Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Good morning, Dionne. How you doing?
I am awesome, Adam. I love all the stuff that you post in Facebook. Welcome, Auntie Abimbola.
Thanks, Dionne.
Yeah, Cheryl, Aquia Doreen,
Peace and
Rachel,
blessings.
Valerie, Yvette,
Good
Marie.
Good
Morning.
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 I hope y'all are all divine.
Good morning.
While you're coming in, I'm going to let you know. Peace, Facebook family, and peace, my Zoom family. What I need to let you know is if y'all are ever having problems waking up in the morning, get you a go-to song. Have a go-to song. I have a go-to song because as much as I love y'all, I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. I put my go-to song on, then I could jump up. So think about that because we're going to be listening to the Wake Up Everybody song soon, but I think all of you need to listen to your go-to song. Today, all I need you to have is an open heart, an open mind, open ears, and to keep your mic on mute if you're not talking. That's what I need today. Really happy to be here with all of you. That's the sun is still in Aries and I am Aries. The moon is in Libra and that full moon has been setting things off. I don't know if all of y'all felt something, but I know I felt a whole bunch of things. Peace, Valerie. I love all the love y'all are sharing.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, together, we're learning, discerning. We're striving. Together, together, we're leading, connecting, transforming. Together, together.
Peace, family. Welcome to everyone here on Zoom, if I didn't say your name specifically this morning, and welcome to all my beautiful people on Facebook as well. It is Monday, it is April, and it is now Easter Monday. For those of you that celebrate, we are still in a holy season. There's so much going on in the world energetically. You are watching Day 567, Wake Up Everybody virtual community. And my topic today is how I lost 70 pounds and regained my freedom. Some of you may already know that I am a coach. And the reason I chose this particular topic is so many of my clients come to me and whenever I show pictures of myself, they're in shock about who I am now compared to who I was. Still the same person, I'm still the same me. It's just the packaging changed. And there are different reasons that the packaging changed. So I'm going to bring that picture up. I did ask all of you when you were coming in and give you a note that you all need a go-to song, because the connection for me being a chief joy connector, and the name of my business being Joyous Ocean, is when you are unhappy, for the most part, not everybody, you are generally not fit. So just to get your voices in the space, because this is not our longer day, I am going to ask all of you to pop in the chat. And yes, any song from DMX, I see that. Sorry, I can't help it. If you have a go-to song, type it in there. And I also want to hear what happens when your energy goes down. What do you reach for when you're not good? Some people will reach for alcohol. Some people will reach for food. Some people will go to sleep. Some people will cry. Some people even have a sad song to help them cry, to have a good cry. I do believe that's important as well. But I would love to see and hear what you have. I think, all right, Teresa, bear with me. I see your hand up. Right now, I want y'all to fill up the chat if you can. So that's it. And then I am going to share something. I won't be able to see your beautiful faces, but I'm going to share something. One moment. So just so you have a full idea. There we go. So I just wanted to bring up a screen for each of you to see that the various versions of Dionne. So I've been everything from a 6 to a 2X. And so what you'll see on this particular slide is me's from 2010, my headshots when I was in corporate America, and then most recently on vacation somewhere, because I find beaches. I don't even know where that the bathing suit picture of fire, upstate New York, Zimbabwe, and here in my home in New York City. So all different aspects of me. No one better or worse than the other, but there's a happier version. So Teresa, if you want to bring your voice in now, please go ahead and take yourself off mute.
Actually, that was actually done by mistake. I was trying to find the chat, but I can't.
Oh, okay.
The
Okay.
song that I use is "Ain't No Stopping Us Now."
Oh,
And
that's a good one.
I do want to eat when I get sad, but I can't eat like that. So sometimes I just be getting like kind of stressed out when I, when I'm complete.
That's fair. That's fair. And so the other thing, just to have other pictures, because I'm also a dance teacher, a yoga teacher. So again, the headshots and the ones in the middle. So you would see 2010 and then 2012. So what we'll chat a bit about today, and I want to lean into the chat. And so I'm going to ask the admins here while this screen is up, just let me hear what some of the songs are and what some people do when they're not at their best, when they're sad.
Okay, I got you, Dionne. So we have Jacqueline who says Jerusalema is her go-to song. Optimistic is a good one too. I'm creating a new playlist today. Thank you, Jacqueline. Yes, Optimistic by Sounds of Blackness. August Green. Say You, Beautiful Dionne. Oh, sorry. You Stay, Beautiful Dionne. I'm sorry. Let's see, keep going. I put that Family is my go-to hype song. We were getting hyped to that this morning, and I have an entire playlist when I'm sad. Candace said same thing, Families. Oh, here we go. Rachel says she turns to sleep when she's sad.
I'm going to interject for a moment. For those of you that already have my book, 101 Ways to Live Life in Joy, there is a section in there that says when you check in with yourself, you should decide what you're lacking. And a lot of times it's sleep. And for the people that are in my course and teaching how to maintain your level of joy, we do look into your sleep hygiene. And how much you're moving your body and having a go-to list and a dance song. So thank you for saying that, because you could just be tired. There are studies that link depression to a lack of sleep. All right, go ahead, Tiffany.
Okay, and some other go-tos we have. Yvette saying her go-to is water. And Yvette, do you mean hydrating your body with water, or maybe is it submerging yourself in the water, the sounds of water? Because water as an element can be added in so many different ways. So just put that in the chat if you can. Oh, okay, Candace, sleep, sex, and sweets. Not necessarily in that order.
Here for it, Candace. Here for it. I respect that. I respect that.
And then we have some people who have the book who are saying how much they love it. They got the book. It's the truth. Yes, so lots of praise for the book and everything that you have done with that.
Thank you, fam. All of y'all were very much a part of my accountability. And you were also very much a part of my success in it being a best-selling book. Did anybody have food? I must be the only one that eats when they're off balance, because
I'm sorry, I was saying.
Did anybody on Facebook have anything too? Okay, thank you, Charmaine. So clearly I'm the only one that eats my emotions. So there's often, for a lot of us, a big void between how we're feeling, how we're presenting. So if you look at this picture of me, where I'm holding a picture of my daughter, and then the picture of me on the bottom left of your screen with the pearls on, the difference between the two were my emotions, because I eat my emotions. And I still eat my emotions to today, but I see it. And I what's the word? I self-correct a lot faster than I did 15 years ago. Go ahead, Aquia Doreen. Come off mute.
Hi, yes, thank you. I do eat my emotions too. And like you said, I'm starting to see that, because I was in an argument or fussing or somebody, and of course it was my mom. So what can I really say back? And I knew I started really eating something. I said, yo, so starting to click more that yes, you are doing these things to yourself, even though you can't do what you want to do or say. And I, haven't paid attention to it before, but yeah, I've been clicking to that a little while now.
Yeah, that is crucial. So there's definitely that part of the reality of who we are, how we show up for our families, how we show up for our friends, and how we sometimes try to fill a void. So what I did for myself in self-correcting that, let's go on to the next one. There we go. So I created something called the Right Size Your Body, Right Size Your Life program, and it's a 7-step program. So this is some of the testimonials that people have said, but what I really want each of you to reflect on, and you don't have to write about it, but take a moment as I'm speaking. You can read, this is going to be up, and you can look at it later in the Facebook group. Really look at what your go-to methods are. Some of the things that can help you self-correct are just a breathing exercise. And I will take you through a short breathing exercise today. And then you also can have a go-to song. You can dance it out. If you come in sleepy, I don't have a full playlist. I have so many go-to songs, but I do have a playlist if I need a good cry. And making sure you're aware of yourself. Because what most people don't realize, if you don't get to the bottom of what you eat, when you eat, and why you eat, it's really hard to take control of your body and therefore take control of your life. Because when one thing is spinning out of control, it's normally the same. So I don't call myself a weight loss coach, because if you're really comfortable, I think Lizzo is amazing. And I don't think she needs to lose any weight. She's really fit and she's really flexible. She is very active in her life. But you getting to the right size in your body is also a connection to your life and really learning the difference between the two. So I'm going to pause there, and these are what the steps are. And I wanted to bring this slide up and talk you through it only because Aquia Doreen led in perfectly when she said she started eating and realized, oh, look at what I'm doing. So as a part of the 7-step process, and for some of you who know me, the acronym is actually my daughter's name. I think my daughter is my business partner and she's always with me in life. It's C-Way-I-O. So you've got to see yourself. You have to like put the microscope on you. And when I was in yoga teacher training, they were told that the most difficult place to be is under the microscope, to really have everything hone in on you. So to see yourself, to see what you eat, to see when you eat, to see why you eat. And there's inner child work, because sometimes you're feeling something. And again, Akuya Doreen led in with a perfect example because it was her mother. So you could be, there's a lot of us, I always apologize to my kids. I said, I did the best I could. I'm sorry. I didn't know better. Everyone trying to be a parent, you didn't get a manual, you didn't get a book. You just show up and like, I see Rachel is like, yeah, girl, with this baby on my lap, for real, for real. You don't get a manual. I honestly would tell people, I was like, I'm doing the best I can. I'm gonna have to save money for therapy because I'm trying to do it right. And I'm gonna pay for therapy if I did it wrong. Rachel, did you want to say something? I see you coming in. If you want to speak. Okay.
Yeah, what you said as far as a manual, when dealing with trauma and navigating, this is my grandbaby, just being a teenage parent and then navigating through trauma was the most difficult thing. I had to unlearn and relearn. I mean, I don't know how many times. Reflecting was like a big part of my teaching method, right? Back against the wall as well, right? You learn when your back is against the wall sometimes. So that's what I wanted to share. I'm complete.
Thank you so much, Rachel, with your beautiful grandbaby. And then looking at your wins and your wines, because a lot of us, and we swallow it. So that's why that the words, when you like, you get all choked up, the emotions, because they get stuck in your body. So it could be stuck in your throat. So at some point you have to celebrate, have your wins, like, oh, look what I did. I noticed that. So even Akuya Doreen noticing that she was doing that is a win. But having someone that you can verbalize or journal it. If you're not a verbal person, I'm very verbal if you can't tell, but you can write it out and journal about what you're dealing with to get it out of your body. So that's why I say your wins and your whines, like whatever you want to complain about. And then embody and empower. So once you're clear on certain these things, there's a shift. There's like kind of an identity shift that happens when you come to a certain awareness, and you need to feel that in your body and be like, okay, when I'm pissed off, I generally reach for food. So I'm going to take a few breaths, or I'm going to journal. I'm going to have a conversation with myself and make a decision. Because be clear, if you decide to have those cookies after you think about it, there's no judgment there. But it's important to have an awareness about what you're selecting, and to have acceptance. Moving on, acceptance and awareness. So if you're like, I'm deciding to have cookies and I'm upset, but I'm not deciding to have cookies because I'm upset. That's what I'm going to have right now. But making a conscious choice, because the subconscious eating is what puts the pounds on. And then normally the guilt about eating subconsciously, for me, I was at the point, I wouldn't say anything to anybody. I would be frustrated. Since a teenager, I don't just sleepwalk. I sleep eat. When things are not right, I will get up in the middle of the night and go eat something. My ex-husband would say that it looked like there was a rat in the kitchen, because you'd come in like, and I'd eat and go back to sleep and wake up with this taste in my mouth, like, what is that? And you go look in the kitchen, like, so absolute no awareness. So once I learned that I have to clear the energy. So as a youth, I wasn't going to complain to my family. I wasn't going to say something horrible to my teacher. I had to journal it. So as a youth, I journaled it. I didn't talk to other people. Now as an adult, I do share and vent with other people. Moving down, you. So really looking at yourself, even though we started off with seeing yourself, after you make certain shifts, you come back to you. And sometimes we're good. Maybe not all of us. I like to put myself on the spotlight. Most people are good at pointing a finger. So it's not me, it's you. It's not me, it's you. So at some point you come back to look at the situations in your life that you're dealing with, to come back, well, I am the common denominator in all these situations. Wow, my last 7 jobs were all toxic. My last 7 bosses were all toxic. Like, is it me? Because it could be you, or it could be the choices you're making, because maybe from a place of pain, you're not making good choices. So coming back to look at yourself. And then omnipotent ownership. I was so happy. There was a client that I was speaking with the other day that talked about her father. And I won't use the word she used, but her father has changed. But what she said to me, that her father self-identified. Now that he changed and he goes, I was a real body part. Like, he was not a nice person. He called himself, well, it's grown folks. He called himself a dick. He goes, he was a real dick. And I was like, well, it's great. He knew who he was. And this is what she was like, shocked that her father said that about himself and acknowledging his change. So at that point, when you realize who you are, you can change it or you can own it, because you have to have powerful ownership of who you are and the choices that you make in your life. I'm going to stop my share here so we can talk a little bit more and I can see your beautiful faces again. There you are. And then I want to see, just from what I said about those things and the 7 steps, is there anybody that wants to pop in and share? Because I see the numbers in the chat going up. I closed the chat so I wouldn't read it. So I'm going to let y'all know if there's something that should be shared or someone that wants to come off and talk to us. Oh, Teresa raised her hand. I think you really meant it.
I want to say, when I said I didn't eat, I do eat sometime. What I will eat is sugar. I'll eat like a craving of sugar. So I had to check myself, because what I will do is get in the bed and just stay in the bed and don't move. So that doesn't help me. The thing that I feel, like I walked a lot yesterday, and I'm sore, but I'm gonna get up again. I just feel like since COVID, I just got like stuck in the house, so that didn't really help me. So just changing my mindset and just being honest. Like, I had to be honest with myself. Teresa, you just lied just now. It's like, tell the truth. So to get back on here and be honest, that thing is a good, because I feel like I need to be accountable to myself and everything I do. So being accountable is what's helping me, to deal with a lot of stuff that I've been dealing with. So I had to share that. I love you. Miss Dionne.
Thank you so much, Teresa. I'm going to get you in 1 second, Rachel. So what I want to bring up is really looking at, because today is a short one, right? And I'm going to cover a couple more things and I'll acknowledge the time because we're getting close to the end. But today I want to give you a breathing exercise, because we're going into week 3. It was a 4-week course, 4 ways to create your joy practice. So the whole title, How I Lost 70 Pounds and Regained My Freedom, it didn't happen overnight. The time between those pictures was a few years. But if I had gone further back to show you a picture from 2006 or 2007, so I went from 124 to 204, back to about 133 when I was in the teacher training. And I ranged. So now, so many years later, it's like between 133, 143. There's like a 10-pound window. I didn't gain the whole COVID-19, but I came close. And it's a process of working on it and being open and honest about it and feeling comfortable in your skin. I'm in menopause, I'm 55, and in my body, quite often, I feel like, yeah, double nickels, Charmaine, I see you in my body. I was like, you know what? I don't think I ever want to be 124 again at this age, in my body. So don't be attached to the number, be attached to the feeling in your body. And the closer you get to awareness about what you're dealing with and why you're making certain choices, you get to the right size body and the right size life. I regained my freedom was a combination of losing weight, of leaving corporate America, I was already a coach in corporate America, but creating this existence that I wanted to live into, creating that ideal life. And it took years. And when things get rough, you may fall into old patterns, like you see some things like I have never been a member of Overeaters Anonymous, and I say, and I'm absolutely like a cocaine addict, even though I've never tried cocaine. I have an addictive behavior. And that was a line I heard from somebody else. Like, I'm gonna try something, I'm gonna be hooked. So when somebody says a food is like crack, I'm like, I respect that. I'm not even gonna try it, because if it's gonna get you hooked like that, I'm gonna be hooked. So that's a part of that's for me. And even the level of exposure and watching TV, everything that you consume, you need to be aware of. Being a part of Woo is something that's a safe consumption, a healthy consumption, a healthy addiction, something that we teach about in terms of different ways in the joy practices. Because it's 4 weeks, there are 2 more weeks and it is open level. You can still join for the last 2 weeks. I'm going to be quiet for a moment. I'm going to teach you a breathing exercise. And there are a couple of people that are in the 4-week course. So I would ask them to pop in the chat how they're enjoying it, if they would recommend it. And I want to give you a different breathing exercise than I taught in the course, and let you know that there will be a code for everyone if they want to join. That will give you, I think it's 50% off, but we'll pop that in there. And if anything, literally anything that I'm saying to you resonates, I'm going to have the admin pop a link in the chat, not just my contact information, but specifically a way for any of you to set up time to speak with me. The reason it's not a part of my offer is quite often people don't always come. So I want you to know that as a coach that is paid for her time, when we, not just me, when any of the coaches give you that free offer, those are billable hours that somebody else pays for. So they're offering it to you for free. So if you schedule an appointment with me or any of your coaches, please do your best to honor that time. And there was actually someone here in the community that at some point did not honor their commitment, and they said they needed to restore integrity. And I did not ask this, and they sent a contribution. You know how we are with our own money, as you know, my own natural energy yield. And I thought that was so good. And because it was someone from Woo community, I already had respect for her, but it gave me a deeper level of respect. So I'm going to pause because it is 7:28. And I'm going to go, if y'all bear with me, I'll go 10 to 15 minutes over. Is that okay? Can I hear voices or a show of hands or faces nodding? Okay,
Let's
Yeah.
good. Good. All right.
Yes.
I always want to respect that today's the shorter one. So 10, 15 minutes, we're going to do a breathing exercise. And I also would love, and I think I saw things pop in the chat that people that are in the course are enjoying the course and what the plan is. So what I want to give you now, are there any voices or anything from Facebook before I go into a breathing exercise?
I don't see anything from Facebook coming in. Char, Facebook is quiet this morning. Okay, Char said Facebook is quiet this morning.
Okay.
But for those of us who are in the 4-week course, we are enjoying it. And for me, I said, when I'm looking in the mirror at like my last 7 jobs have been toxic, or my last relationships have been this, realizing that I am, or I may be the problem, is not always a reflection or something that I'm comfortable with. And so it's like doing self-reflection in a house of mirrors. Everything is distorted. So the course is helping me with that, because it's peeling back, all of those layers of guard and wall that I've put up, even to myself. We put up a wall for others, but we've also put up a wall for ourselves, because we really don't always look at our true selves or how people see us. We see how we want to see ourselves.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. So what I want to give you now is a breathing exercise, and that would, Rachel, I'm sorry. Go ahead, and Rachel, come off mute. I saw you put your hand down, but then I saw that in the chat. Go ahead and say that, Rachel.
Yeah, really quick. For me, when I was at my healthiest and people were like, oh my God, you're working out, you're doing this. And I'm happy that you said something about the weight. I was at my lowest because I was in the gym fighting my life. I wasn't fighting my spirit or my emotions, the mind. It's when I found a healthy balance is what really has aligned me in a way that so I like, just because you're in the gym doesn't mean, and just because you look healthy doesn't mean you're healthy, because I was truly at my lowest. I was emotional, I was overly emotional, I was so it's just, I just wanted to share that not everybody in the gym is healthy.
Ashe, thank you so
Myself
much
being
for
one
that.
at one point.
Yeah, and that's why I had to make the connection that it's right sizing your body and right sizing your life. We're not looking at one aspect. We're not like, ooh, I have a picture perfect body, whatever that is, big on the air quotes. So it's the right size. And you know who can define what right is? Abimbola, Adam, Valerie, Charmaine, Tiffany. Only you know what right is for you. You get to define what the right body is and what the right life is. Not a magazine cover, not a man, not a woman, not your mother. Some of you have heard me say plenty of times, I talk about my grandmother all the time. Bianca Almeida Monsanto. Bianca will look at you, gal, you're just too fat and a man gonna want you. I'm like, thanks, grandma. Next time, you're too skinny. Only dog want a bone. So you get one or the other. And anybody I know, anybody from the island, y'all know you didn't heard this, okay? I know I got amen corners out there because I want to say it's not true because it's a stereotype about a lot of the island women, Caribbean women, that we're hard. And yeah, I say it's a stereotype, but there are certain things we grew up hearing that you're just like, oh. So when my grandmother looked at me and said, gal, you look good. What? I was in shock. I was in her house in Rochdale Village. I went in the back. I got on my phone. I was like, Mommy, grandma said I look good. Is she okay? Is she okay? In my adult life, divorced with 2 children. Gal, you look good. Who's she talking to? I didn't hear that coming up. It was always, you stay out too much. You're always with them people. You should be at home. Whatever I was doing, it was the opposite of that. So I done got myself hyped thinking about my grandmother and that trauma, Rachel. Whew. See, I have to take a breath. So all of us together, for these last couple of minutes, we're going to do a really short breathing exercise. And this one, I think I did box breathing before. So we're going to do 4, 7, 8. So there are a couple of different ones. So we're going to do even breathing. So take a deep breath in, slow breath out. You can have your eyes open or closed. Take another deep breath in, hold it in. Slow breath out. Take another deep breath in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you've closed your eyes with me, you can come back to opening your eyes. And someone who hasn't said anything, just let me hear your voice. Let us hear your voice in telling us how you felt in that barely 30-second breathing exercise.
Peaceful.
Thank you so much. Who was that?
Valerie.
Oh, thank you, Valerie. Good to see your beautiful face,
Good
Valerie.
To see you. Yes, very peaceful, calm. And it felt like everything stopped for a moment. For a moment, everything, the chattering, like I was like in somewhere else. That was really beautiful. I forget, a simple breath, intentional breath, and intentional, because we're breathing all the time, but intentionally breathing. It's just so powerful. Thank you, honey.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for being here, Valerie. Thank you for sharing that. So I wanted to make sure there was a different breathing exercise. So for all of us, all of you in our class, I taught one breathing exercise. I know another time on Woo, I did a different one. You can Google it, box breathing, 4, 7, 8, and just stopping and taking a breath makes such a difference before you make a decision. Because sometimes you'll get hype and be like, oh, I need to do this right now. And you'll sign a contract or you'll do something and you're like, oh, that was not the best decision. Water is also in the book. It's something I talk about that I think it's a quote that's water's the cure, water and salt are the cure for anything. So cry, salt water, drink water, all of those things. So what I want to bring up now is, let's see, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen and bring up a slide. That is the last slide I wanted to share with you to wrap this up. Here we go. So even though I've offered the self-care bingo board before, but what I realized that some of you that have signed up for this self-care bingo board, and you can see some of the things that are on there. Trying to get bingo can be hard. And I have heard from several people that are using the bingo board. And what you see, that link that is there, and it'll be up on the screen later. And all of you know bit.ly for registering for Wake Up Everybody. That is bit.ly Wake Up Movement. So this one is Enjoy Bingo. Something as simple as call someone and tell them you love them. Did something nice for someone else. Did something nice for yourself. Left the house. Teresa brought that up. Made your bed. Listened to music. Laughed. Took a deep breath. At the center of it, your free one is in the middle. Took a deep breath. That is a form of self-care. Making your breath intentional shifts the energy in your body. What we have learned over these past 2 years, we are so very thankful for the breath because we have so many people that we've lost due to this disease that is going around, the world, the global pandemic. So making sure you take really good care and respect and honor your breath. So when you sign up for the bingo board, what's important is it will send you a confirmation email, and you don't get the bingo board until you click to confirm your email address. So there are some of you that are not confirmed. So if you clicked and you never got it, go back in and do it. What I'll need to do is delete your previous request. So if you don't get it within 24 hours, that means you didn't confirm your email address, and you'll need to email me and we'll delete it. So I'm going to close that. But getting bingo is awesome, but you might be hard if you're in a really low point to get bingo. And within the next month or so after this course is over, when I come back to you in May, we're going to go through the 7 steps, and we're going to teach this and go through it a lot longer. Me regaining my freedom had less to do with me losing weight and more to do with those 7 steps. It's my process. I didn't codify that process until 2020 and create a curriculum because someone asked me and consistently, what did you do? And my coach challenged me to write it out. And I came back to her with the curriculum and I tested it on a podcast. And the woman was like, that sounds like you need about 6 months to go through it. I was like, you're right. It is a 6-month program. So I'm going to stop my share. And I'm going to let you come in because I've got 6 more minutes. I like that, 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. I know I'm dating myself. Okay. So if anybody has any questions or comments, something really powerful that you want to share, please come in because I've done a lot of talking, but I see the engagement. I know y'all are there with me. Well, Catherine, if you want the bingo, you need to go sign up for it.
Well, okay. So Adam's hand went up.
Adam, I love hearing your voice. Come on in, Adam.
Good morning, Dionne. Good morning, Woo Nation. What you just shared was that it's very important that everyone detox their mind and their body each and every day, because like you were saying, what we consume on a daily basis can have an impact on our development in the long run and whatnot. And I want to touch on what Rachel said, because I usually detox my body by using living betters, if you heard of that before, those supplements. And those things help me detox my body and my mind every day, so I won't feel sluggish or inadequate. And it also enhances my self-esteem, because I go to the gym myself like every weekend, and I see some people who will vape and smell like marijuana and all of those things. And I'm not trying to be that kind of person is because you're developing this imposter syndrome of who you are and who you're trying to be. So it's all about detoxing your mind.
I want to jump in on what you said about the living bitters, because that's something I think Caribbean folks that we grew up with, we had bitters coming up as well. And then I saw it become more popular in this country as I got older. But yeah, that level of thing, because life can be bitter and sometimes we crave sweetness. I think it was Teresa that said that she craves sweetness or she'll have sugar. So the bitters, I feel, above and beyond what it does for your body physically, is also mentally letting you know that sometimes life can be bitter and it's okay and it's still good for you. That's the additional lesson. So I'm really glad you brought up the bitters. And there's so many different brands. I don't know which one you use, but bitters in general are really important and good for you. Even putting lemon in your water alkalines the water, right? So you can find, if it's not specific bitters, aloe is bitter. There's certain things that are bitter, but it's good for you, healing and cleansing. So thank you for bringing that into the space, Adam. And thank you.
And another thing that I want to add is the type of foods that everyone eats can also, have a major impact when it comes to auto intoxication, which I heard of. Because because the food that you eat, like the pizza, the burgers, all of those things can resurface into your bloodstream, which is called auto intoxication, and that can have an impact on your mind as well. And that's something that no one ever talks about.
Yeah, and I don't think I've heard the term auto intoxication, but I do understand from the carbs, and we can go into a whole lot about the food and the sort of things, because people will tell you they're vegan, and you can be vegan and have a whole bunch of rice, a whole bunch of sugar, all these different things, because Oreo cookies are vegan from what I understand too. So there's a quality of food and what you're consuming, and always having that level of awareness. But what I will say, I'm going to ask the admins to bring up the slide for my offer. So all of you know the bingo board is available to you. Thank you all for sharing. I'll be back again in May and we'll talk more about this. I will again say, if anything that I have mentioned has resonated with you, you should set up time with me. And I know the admins had put that in the chat. So because there are 2 more weeks to the course, the first 5 members to email me will get 50% off. There are 2 weeks left, and you will email me and I will send you the code and you will go register. We do have a private Facebook group that only has the members, the people that are in the course thus far. And what was it? And when I email it you, then you can go ahead and register. And even if you're not able to participate, you're going to get the previous weeks, because we have those recorded. So you get 50% off, and there's only 50% left, but it's 4 ways to create your joy practice. And the self-care bingo is for everyone. And then if you don't have the book and you want to buy the book, you can buy it online. If you are in the United States and you want an autograph copy, I don't have a link for that yet because I don't have a form. There will be a website. You can always email me, message me, and then I'll be able to mail it. The book itself is $20, but clearly mailing it to you. So the autographed copy, I've figured out what the shipping is. So it'll be more. I think it's 25 or 27 or something, which will include shipping. So we'll have to do that for right now. We'll go back to old school where you're going to have to email me. And okay. Here's all of my contact information. Text is great. Most of you know me, some of you know me personally. You call me, I may not answer the phone, but I will always respond to your text message. I'm really good about texting. That's my page on Facebook. That's my business page. That's my Instagram page. I'm really active on Instagram. That's where I'm more active. When you see me silent in the Woo community, I have to make myself come into Facebook. And I do something every Tuesday called Tuesday Tea. So Tuesday Tea at 3 p.m. Eastern time, depending on where you are in the world. I'm on Instagram having a conversation. So people that are not my clients will send me messages and send me questions. I said, you ask me questions, I'll talk about it. Every Tuesday at 3, less than a half an hour. There's my email address. If you're ordering the book, you want to contact me. And the link tree has all sorts of things. You know, I've been on CBS, I've been on PBS. There's a lot of media interaction I've been so blessed to have around suicide and preventing suicide in the world, and specifically within the Black community. So some of those links are there. And our money, my own natural energy yield. You don't want to remember to donate each time you come on? You could just make a monthly offering, just like tithing. If Woo has fed your spirit, you can pick $25, $50, $75 or more, and just have it automatic. I think it was a brilliant idea, whoever came up with it, and that they've automated it. So you don't have to think about the daily 25, 75, 100, give. And this, because you cannot imagine the amount of work, these admins. I love all the admins. I am thankful today for Charmaine and Tiffany, but to give what you can from your heart. And coming up, tomorrow, we have the beautiful Sam Renee. I have not met her as of yet. And it's Sell Your Story, Stay Authentic. I don't even know what it's about, but that's so important. There was a story I was going to tell you, but I felt as though I didn't have time, but I'll be back again. And then on Wednesday, our own Stacy McLean, Yogisha, is going to talk about Autism Awareness Wednesday. I think April is Autism Awareness Month, if I remember correctly. And let's see what's
I'm taking over from here now, Dionne. Thank you very much. Hydrate, sip your tea. It's right there. Welcome, Woo Nation, all new members. If today is your first day joining us, we want to welcome you to a community where we come to learn, elevate, and ascend. Let us know that you're here so that we can recognize your presence. Turn the page. Here we go. This is the Wake Up Everybody virtual schedule. We're live on Zoom and Facebook 5 days a week, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 to 7:30. If you like notification when it's time to join us on one of these platforms, please text the word Woo Nation in all cap locks to 74121. Time to shop the swag shop. Shop us at bit.ly/Woo Swag. Get all of your Woo merch. Rep your community. Make sure you get that journal so that you can keep note and keep one spot all of the tidbits and all the juiciness you get from this community. Thank you, everyone. Here's how you stay in touch. Register every week at bit.ly/Wake Up Movement. Join us on Facebook in our private community, which is bit.ly/Woo Community, or on our public page, which is bit.ly/Woo Nation. You can follow us on Instagram at Wake Up Everybody Virtual. Find clips on YouTube at bit.ly/Woo on YouTube. And as always, you can email us at info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. At this time, I invite all participants still in the space to unmute. And thanks on Miss Dionne for helping and sharing this morning.
Dionne. Always
Thank you,
a
Dionne, for the
See
great
you,
presentation.
Dionne.
Always.
Thank you, Dionne.
Great message.
Always
Thank
It was
you.
wonderful.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I got your book.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank
Yes,
Much
everybody. Thank you for joining us
appreciated.
this
Thank
morning.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Dionne.
much. It's
Thank
been
you.
very great.
Let's move forward, everybody.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Madam.
Good morning, all.
Woo, woo.
Good
Thank you,
morning,
Dionne.
everyone.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.